Hey folks, Matt from SEP here. Hello, all you game designers. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about coding some objectives in a game and how to get your sprites to relate to moving on to like certain levels in a game and whatnot. So, what I mean by that is, I have this game. I can pick up items and it's all well and good, and I can drop the items and it's fun, but we really can't do anything else. So what I want to try and do is make it so there's an objective. In my first example, I think I'm going to try and use the candle to light the cake, and that will unlock one of these items, and then we'll need to use this item to do another thing, and so on and so forth. So basically, we're going to start by having the cake sprite. I'm going to head over to my cake and just give my audience an objective, like, please light the cake candles. We need fire. And I'll say that for 3 seconds at the beginning of the game. So now when you play the game, it says, please light the cake candles. We need fire. So obviously that means I'm going to have to grab the candle, pick it up, put it in my inventory, and walk over to the cake and drop the candle there. So in order to code that functionality in, we need the cake to be able to respond to the candle. And so we could say something like if touching sprite 2 is the candle. I should actually name this, right? That would be the best practice. I should call it candle. Okay. So if touching candle, we can switch costume, because I do have a lit cake costume, to cake A. That means we're going to want to start at cake B, and we haven't said that specifically. So remember, you need to do things. Oh, whoops! I said hello. You need to do things like be intentional about how your game is starting in your setup. So we're starting with cake B, which is unlit candles. We're putting this conditional in. It also has to be inside a forever loop to always be true, so that it always checks for if we're touching the candle. So then switch to cake A, and so that should be good. That should work. Also, while we're at it, let's just tell Snap to always start the cake in the same place. So I'm at negative 182, negative 32. It's always a good practice to do that in the beginning too. Go to negative 182, negative 32. Okay. So, and I don't need these anymore. I can uncheck them. Now we start the game. Please light the cake candles. We need fire. I go pick up the candle. And now I've lit the cake with the candle. I can just kind of, leave my candle there if I want to. I can pick it back up if I want to. So that's kind of cool. So now let's unlock another goal in the game. And my idea was to make these unreachable at first. Now, how would you do that? Well, I might go to the stage. I might go to backgrounds. And it looks like when the game starts, it says start at brick wall, but it's not really happening. This is some buggy stuff here, but then we're supposed to switch to the desert costume. All these costumes look blank to me. So let's just edit this one, and maybe we'll just say start. So this is the start of our game, just as a placeholder, okay? We can make it look better. So now that when we press, it says start. Maybe I should move that. And then it goes to the play. It switches to costume desert, which isn't a desert right now, but I can go to desert, I can edit it. And what I can do is, actually, this is not the best method, but let's just, first let's edit this so we can, let's see if I can move something here. Undo, clear vector. I want to move this start so you can actually see it. Let's clear, and we'll write start down here. So that it at least says start, and when we start the game. So we start the game, it says start, and then it goes away. Okay, great. So now I'm going to make some sprites that are actually like walls. So I'm going to paint a new sprite. It's going to be a box like this. And I think it's just going to be, can we make it bigger? We can. Yeah, let's do a box like that. And this box sprite is going to, when green flag clicked, let's see where it is on the screen. And we're going to want to set size maybe to 50%. So it's like that. Let's move it so it covers the apple. And look, 139, 191, that's where we want it to start. My idea is it's a wall where I cannot reach the apple until I take care of my cake issue. So that coordinate didn't work. Or what's wrong with our sprite is it's not centered. If I edit it, I click this little center thing. Ah, that looks good. Okay, let's try that one more time. Yeah, it looks like it's not in the right place. That's 190, 140. Well, where is this? 130, 190. Okay. 130, 190. Let's see if that works. No? 150, 190. It's better. Okay, I'm just manually checking it on the screen now. 180. 190, 190? Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll bring it down a little bit. A little more. Snap's being a little buggy. All right, that looks good. So that's where I'm going to start it. And I can get rid of this here. And now let's call it apple wall, because that's what it is. And I'm going to want it to disappear, so I am going to want a show and a hide. So let's put show, and we're good. Now I'm going to duplicate this sprite. I'm going to call this one banana wall, and this one's location is going to be 190, but it's going to be more like 0. Let's see what that does. That looks pretty good. Let's back it up this way a little bit. Yep, and let's move it up a little bit. That looks great. Okay, apple wall, let's just make sure that's still starting there. Okay, good. So show and hide, banana wall has show and hide, and they both start there. So now, what's going to prevent me from getting these fruits? Well, in my player 1 code, I'm going to have something that says if I'm touching either of those, I can't grab them. So again, we're back to conditionals, sensing, touching. And if I'm touching banana wall, transport me back to 0, 0. Put that in the forever loop. And I will duplicate that, and I'm saying if I'm touching apple wall, transport me to 0, 0. So now let's see. Now when the game starts, please light the candles. We need fire. If I try to get the banana, I can't. If I try to get the apple, I can't. I can only get the candle. So I'm going to bring the candle here. I'm going to light the candles. Maybe I want to say, you know, thanks, I'm on fire, which the cake likes. Okay. If touching candle, switch costume to cake A, and then we could say thanks, I'm on fire, and then we can hide the cake and stop this script. Stop this script. So that's the end of the cake, really. So let's test that out. Start the game again. Oh, weird. The candle didn't reset. There we go. Just testing this out. Candles, do. Thanks, I'm on fire. All right. Now I want to be able to get the bananas. So we would broadcast a message too at this point. So let's broadcast a new message called free banana. Free the banana. Okay, broadcast free banana and stop script. And then when oh no, banana wall when I receive free banana, hide. All right, now let's test that out. Oh, our cake did not show. We forgot to show our cake at the beginning. If you're going to hide a sprite, you've got to show it at the beginning. So here we go. Please light the candles. We need fire. Bringing my candle over to the cake. Thanks, I'm on fire. And boom. Now I have access to the banana. And now I could set up another sprite that appears that needs a banana, but maybe there's some other kind of challenge. So in this way, you can start creating goals. And then maybe I'll even make a variable called score. And at the beginning of the game, I'll go to my player 1. We can set score to 0. And we can put the score here. And when I reach my goals, I can start getting points like change score by 1,000. Maybe I get 1,000 points for lighting the cake. So that happens right here. And you can test that kind of thing out. It's all about making little moves and testing them out. And okay, now we've lit the candle. We should see my score go up by 1,000. It worked, and now I'm ready to work on my banana goal. Okay, so everything is working. The last thing I wanted to show you is remember abstraction is your friend, and you want to abstract algorithms as they start to get bigger or crazier. You can always do things like that. So you could choose any number of things to abstract, but just as an example, when I drop the candle, I'm pressing the C key, broadcast, pick candle, set items to keep, remove candle from my list and stop this script. This is the act of dropping the candle. So I could do something like make a block, motion command. It could be drop candle, hit OK. And now I take this entire if, place it in here, and this is the act of dropping the candle. Hit apply, OK. Go to motion, take drop candle, put it right here, and look at that. I've abstracted my code. It looks a lot more easy to read. Here's the granular code that I abstracted. It's right here. And now I have another example of abstraction for my AP submission. So I'm in good shape. So we've done some more things. We've set up a score. We set up some goals to our game. And I've also continued to use abstraction. And you can keep doing this as you see fit. And where you see code getting kind of big or things happening, like maybe for my cake. Touching the candle, we could call this level 1 objective. So like the cake is touching the candle and all these things happen. That could all be in one block that we could abstract using the same method we just used. All right, good luck. Use this time to continue working on your final app. You can use these tips and apply them to your own game if you'd like. And we'll see you next time. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.